Hello there, and a big fat welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. Let's get this going. Today we are playing skins golf, and what that means is that the lowest score on each hole, not only do they win the hole, but they win a skin. Each hole is worth one skin. If there's a tie, that skin gets carried over to the next hole. So you can see how this can get quite dramatic. If you get a whole bunch of skins stacked up, things can really get cooking. Have a good round. All right, let's let her fly. Let's go. Well, this should be in the fairway. And let's see how he does on this hole. Okay, this is about 160 or so to the pin. Close your eyes, I think we're in the rough. A little wayward on that approach. Okay, this one's around 90 yards out. Okay, here's our third shot. Way to go. Back in the fairway. You've done well. I'm liking that one. Nice chip. And as he sets this one up, the wheels are churning. He's quite a ways out. It looks like this one's breaking right to left. And one of your other competitors has voted to concede this putt. Just letting you know, you might want to join them. And 14-foot putt for him. Looks like this one's taking a break to the left. Okay, one of the others has voted to concede the putt. You could join them if you like. And he's setting up for the birdie putt here. I think this one's going to go a bit to the left. One of your other opponents has voted to concede this putt. You could join them if you want. This one's starting out to the right. Let's see if it'll turn. Today our leader has one skin on the board. All right, let's go. We got a par 4 on the second hole. Here we go. Let's see what this guy does. Okay, here we go. Let's launch this one out there. Nice. Well, looking at an elevated green on the approach here. A little too far to the right on the approach, I think. A little wayward on the approach. That's all right, though. And he's got around 160 yards to the pin from here. Oh, how dialed was that? That almost went in. This one's about 130 yards out. "24 feet from the cup." This putt's moving uphill and to the right. Oh, too bad. Here's a look for birdie. I think this is going to go right to left. Okay, now this from 11 feet. It looks like this one's breaking to the left. And the putt drops for birdie. And this putt from 10 feet. This one looks like it's breaking to the left. Ooh. All right, just letting you know, one of your other opponents has voted to concede this putt. We have a tie at the moment for most skins out there. Competition's heating up. Okay, we got a par 3 here on this third hole. Okay, he appears to be ready to roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes. And let's see what you do off the tee here. I think you've had better swings. Fingers crossed for a nice up and down out of this greenside bunker. Setting up for our third shot. Oh no, brutal. Oh, he almost got that chip to go. And this putt will get him one skin. This one looks like it'll break to the right. I think he's put it on a good line. Oh, and he gets it to go. And our fearless leader is on the board with 2 skins. Okay, we got a par 5 here on the 4th. Looks like this one's in the fairway. And he's ready to tee off. Let's see what he has. Here we go. Let's let this one go. Ooh, screaming off the club face. Okay, let's check our distance twice. And from here, he's looking at around 195 yards to the pin. This one might be a bit too much. And around 195 yards to the pin for him. Let's see what happens. Ooh, this could be trouble. Needs to hold on to the fairway. Oh my, he almost dropped that chip in there. And he'll get a skin if he drops this. I think we got a right to left break on this one. Ooh, almost. One of the other competitors has voted to concede this putt. Care to join them? And he's getting his concentration going here for this long putt. Let's see how he deals with it. Just letting you know, one of the other competitors has voted to concede the putt. Okay, not a bad effort from that distance. Okay, you need this one if you want to save your par. And this one's going pretty hard right to left. And your opponent isn't even going to make you putt this one out. Let's just sprint to the next hole. And this putt's around 11 feet out. And this one looks like it's kind of moving from the left to the right. All right, one of the other folks out there has voted to concede this putt. And this one he's going to take a stab at for birdie. I think this one's breaking to the left. And there you have it. He's won this hole. And if you'd like, you could join your competitor who has just voted to concede this putt. And after that one, 2 skins. It's a score to beat. Okay, par 3 for the 5th hole. And they're going with the pitching wedge. And he's ready to let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes. All right, let's go. It looks like that fairway tilts a bit to the right out there. Yeah, something was amiss on that swing, I think. Here's our second shot on this 5th hole. All right, here's his second shot. Oh my, that almost dropped. And from the greenside sand, let's have a nice out here. Okay, we're putting next. And if he can drain this, it'll be for par. Looks like a right to left break. One of your other competitors has voted to concede this putt. Care to join them? He's got this one way out to the right. Let's see if it comes back. 6 feet to the cup. Oh my, that's too bad. And this putt for his skin. Okay, one of the others has voted to concede this putt. All right, and it drops, and he's won this one. And currently, we have a tie game going for most skins. All right, par 4, 6th hole. This one needs to hold on to the fairway. And that'll end up in the first cut, and just barely too. He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him. All right, let's send this ball away. Not the greatest contact on that one. Okay, here he is from the rough. Okay, second shot on the 6th. Something sounded a little bit off on that swing. And this shot's about 125 yards from the pin. Whoa, that took a bad kick to the right. Well, this pine straw is a little gnarly looking. Good luck with this one. Well, unfortunately, that's a missed green. Let's see how he deals with this little test from the green side rough. All right, time to get on out of this dirty old bunker. All right, a bit of work left to do here, but we're out of the sand. Okay, bogey putt coming up. Nice putt. Now it's up to the others to decide the fate of the Skins. And with this, he could save his par. This one looks like it has a bit of a break to the right. And in the hole. 11 feet to the cup for him. Looks like this one will break a bit to the left. One of the other players has voted to concede this next putt. Care to join them? And this putt will get him one skin. Looks like this putt will track a bit to the right. And one of the other competitors out there has just voted to concede the putt. And 3 skins in our leader's pocket currently. And the 7th hole is a par 4. Okay, he's found the deep rough. All right, let's see what he does on this one. Looks like the sand coming up. And I don't know if you noticed, but your opponent is on a little bit of a streak here. Let's see if you can take them down a notch here at least. Well, let's regroup. Okay, here's our second shot here on the 7th hole. Coming out of the deep stuff might not be enough. And this shot's about 110 yards to the pin. Okay, second shot for him on this one. And looking short from the sand on this one. And he's hitting out of the deep stuff here. This one's out of the rough, but might not be making it to the green. Okay, green side sand. Let's see what you have. Good job getting out of that bunker. Little work left to do, but nothing serious. Okay, he's in the green side rough here. All right, starting this one way outside the left of the hole. This is an insanely long putt for this guy. I don't know what's going to go down. And if you'd like, you could concede this putt as well. One of your other competitors has just voted to concede. And this will be your par putt here. And your opponent's going to concede that putt. We're going to head to the next hole. This is what he's staring down to save par. And as you probably could tell, we're carrying things over to the next hole. More skins on the line. Okay, we got a par 3 8th hole. Here's their 7-iron. All right, let's see how he does. This is an 8-iron. And here's their 8-iron. Looking forward to see what you do here. Ooh, into the drink. And we're green side. He's in the rough. Okay, this is a doozy. This is not for the faint of heart, this putt. Hopefully, you can get this close. All right, let's get right out of here. Your opponent's not even making you putt that one. And he's got 19 feet to the cup from here. It's breaking to the left, I think. Well, looks like it's just you that wanted to concede that putt. Oh, no, it's right by the hole. 2 skins for him if he sinks this. And this one's going a bit to the right. Just letting you know, one of your other opponents has voted to concede this putt. Okay, he's got this left for par. And let's see, he's setting up now, 2-footer. And if you'd like, you could join your competitor who has just voted to concede. All right, now we get to see who has what as we head to the next hole. Okay, here we go. Par 4 here on the 9. All right, let's see how he does here on this hole. See you later to that ball. Oh, this tee shot should work. Okay, full sand. Let's go. All right, third shot for him. Taking a look at the elevated green from here. Yeah, you didn't hit that clean. Oh, this one's taking a turn. And as he sets up, he's got about 180 yards to go here. Looks like this one's going left. This shot's around 155 yards out. Taking this one with the 8-iron. Oh my, almost in there. All right, time to get out of the bunker. Let's do this. Nicely down out of the sand. Let's get that putter on the go and take it from there. All right, let's see how he deals with this beach. Well, this is definitely in the sand. Let's see what goes down for him. And he's in the green side rough. Oh, just slides by. This is your bogey putt. This one should start off straight, but then it does look like it turns to the left. All right, nicely done. And now let's see what else could happen on this hole. And a 9-foot putt for him. One of the other opponents out there voted to concede this next putt. You could as well if you like. And this is his look at a par putt. And unfortunately, as this one comes to an end, no winnings for you necessarily, but maybe next time. Okay, that will do it. Good stuff out there on the course. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. hello, and a big, warm welcome from me, John McCarthy, to you for playing PGA Tour 2K25. We're just taking a hack out of the front 9 of this course today. Okay, have a good round. Well, that won't work. And let's see how this tee shot fares for him. Hitting into an elevated green, we might need more club. And I don't think you caught enough of the ball here out of the rough. Okay, nicely done. You're in the fairway now. Let's hit up onto that green. And let's see what happens. This is his second. Okay, out of the rough, and this might not be enough. Ooh, bad break. Okay, this is what he has left to save the par. And this putt to go 1 up for the match. All right, as that one drops down in the bucket, you won this hole. And after the first hole of this match, you are 1 up on your friend. We're teeing it up on the second hole now. And let's see how this hole goes down for him. Okay, we're setting this one up. It's extremely far from the cup as well, so let's try to get this maybe within 5 feet or so, and we'll call that a win. Just a little too much power. This one's 23 feet away. Sort of straight to start out with this one, and then it goes a bit to the left. Ah, no good. And they'll take this all square if they can sink this. Well, let's just pop this in and grab a bogey. Okay, your opponent's letting us move on here with our lives. No need to putt that little tiny putt, so we'll head to the next. And after that hole, we're all square in this match. Okay, this third hole is a par 4. He might end up in the rough on this one. Let's see. He rolls that one into the second cut of rough. Okay, let's rip this out into the fairway. This fairway looks like it has a bit of a downslope in the landing area. Oh, you just smashed that. And he's trying to get out of this deep rough. Let's see how this goes. All right, he's going to wind up in the deep rough. And this is looking to be about 155 yards out. And there's a bit of a downslope on this green to be careful of. Not the cleanest swing, but that's all right. Oh my, can he get this to go? Okay, here's your chance to go one up on your opponent. This one's going hard to the right. Well, that putt got away from you, and yeah, I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. Oh, come on, come on! This one's about 7 feet away. And this putt's going to put him one up. And that's going to drop, and he will win this hole. And it's a par 5 for the 4th hole. Okay, time to send it. Not quite sure where this will end up. Let's see what his second shot looks like. And here's our second shot on the 4th. Swing didn't feel as clean as I know you can hit it. Ouch, swallowed up into the abyss. Setting up from the long grass here. Let's get on out of this. Ouch, what was that? Okay, nothing like being back on the fairway. Good stuff. Okay, that one is on, and you've left yourself a very long putt. Oh, how close was that one? Okay, I know you can do it. I know it's not the easiest putt in the world, but I've got confidence in you. I think this one's breaking pretty hard to the left. And not a bad effort from where you were. And if this next putt drops, you'll go 2 up. Oh, it's going right by. And this one is for the double bogey. All right, your opponent is letting you have that one. Let's head to the next hole. And he's got that to drop. That's going to win the hole. All right, your opponent is 2 up for the match. And the 5th hole is a par 4. Okay, let's launch this next tee shot. What do you say? And this one's about 85 yards to the pin. Okay, on the green, that's good. But the bad part is you're still pretty far away from the cup. All right, sink this and you'll take the hole. You've got a double break in this. It goes left and then right. Good luck. Well, that putt's just going to fly right by the hole, I guess. Oh, well, that's no good. Let's get back on the green and take care of business here. Oh, the chip slides by the hole. This putt's about 6 feet. All right, your opponent's going to give you that one, and I'm down. Let's head to the next. Almost. And after that one, your opponent is 1 up. 6th hole coming up. And he's ready to go. Let's see how this hole goes for him. And this one coming out of the deep rough. Here's our second shot on this 6th hole. After that little outing, we're back on the fairway. Good stuff. And this one is around 180 yards to the pin. Oh, your approach is heading left. Well, you're not going to hit every green today. That's all right. Okay, here's your 4th. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up. Yeah, looks like he's put it on a good line here. Here comes the bogey putt. I think we got a bit of a tilt to the right on this putt. And that is a longer putt that we've had conceded here on this hole. So let's get out of here. Go to the next hole, see what we can do. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up on you. Look out. Oh. Okay, if he sinks this, he'll have the hole. And that hole will be halved. Teeing off now on the 7th. Well, that's too bad. And he's ready to tee off here. Let's see how this goes. Oh my, splash. He has a chance of winding up in the rough here. Oh, wound up in the deep stuff on that one. This one might be coming up short from the rough. Well, you gotta admit, fairway's much better than where I thought it was going. He's definitely into the second cut here. Let's see how he does. And they are going with the 9 iron on this one. He's got an insanely long putt to contend with here. I don't even know what to say about it other than let's just watch and see what he does. This one's just a 3-footer. And that hole will be halved. And this hole is a long par 4 hole. And it looks like that fairway has a bit of a down slope out there in the landing area. Could get some extra yards. All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here. It's about 195 yards to that pin from here. And you want this one to stick nice on that green. Bit of a down slope where we want to land this. All right, here he comes out of the deep rough. Let's see how he deals with it. This might not be enough out of the rough. Oh, that chip almost went. Let's change our frame of mind. You're coming off a 3 bogey streak. Let's end that streak here. Oh man, you hate to see those ones go by. Okay, you need this to go, this to save par. All right, your opponent's going to let you have that one. Let's head to the next hole. All right, and if he sinks this next putt, we go Dormy. And after that one, we're all square. Well, let's let this fly here on the 9th. And hopefully this one's nice and safe in the fairway. He's looking ready to roll. Let's see how he does on this hole. And he might roll this into the rough. And he rolls that one into the heavy rough. And the green's below us here as we set up this approach. I think we're going left here. And he's coming out of the deep rough here. This one's coming out of the rough. Might not have enough on it. And this is our 3rd shot. Oh, the chip just slides by. And sorry to say, but if he sinks this, he wins the match. Not a bad result from that distance. Okay, he's got this for bogey. All right, if you can sink this. All right, that will drop, and you're in a tie for top spot in this one. So guess what? We are heading to a playoff hole. Okay, this match will be decided on this one final playoff hole, one way or another. If you end up having this hole, then we'll give the win to whoever's closest to the pin off the tee. Unlucky. Here we go. Let's see what this guy does. Okay, now it appears we'll need to win this based on score alone. A tiebreaker won't help us because you did not end up closest to the pin. All right, he needs this to go down to win. This one looks like it's moving a bit to the right here. This putt is daunting, to say the least. Hopefully he can this. And this is his look at the potential playoff winning putt right here. Well, that's gonna just about do it, I think. Well done in this match. I'm glad to have seen you pull out that win in the playoff hole. Great work. Hello there, my name is John McCarthy, and I'm pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. I got good vibes about the day. I think we got good things ahead. We've got a par 4 staring us down here on the first hole. All right, load this one up and get that into the fairway, and then we'll move on from there. Ooh, just tattooed that drive. All right, let's see how he does on this hole. Looking good off the tee. All right, this shot's around 130 yards from the pin. And second shot on the 10th coming up. Well, we're going to the sand. Well, that's all right. We'll get on the green next time. And from the green side, sand. Looking for an up and down here. And if he sinks this next putt, he'll go one up. All right, he gets it to go, and that will win the hole. And after the first hole in this match, your friend's going to be one up. And here we go, par 3, 11th hole. Heading a little bit to the left on the approach. Okay, let's see what you do here. I think we're heading to the sand here. Okay, from the green side sand. Hopefully we get up and down from here. Okay, and from the sand, bit of distance left to the hole, but hey, we're not in a bunker, so happy days. Let's see what happens here. 32 feet away. I think this one's breaking just a bit to the right. Oh, oh man. Okay, and if he sinks this next putt, he will go 2 up. Okay, this one's for the double bogey. And if this next putt drops, he'll go 2 up. All right, now let's see what the scorecard's saying. All right, moving along. And we're on the tee here of the 12th hole. We got a par 4. All right, give this a rip. Okay, there we go. Here's our second shot on the 12th. And let's see what he does from the greenside sand. All right, sink this one and you'll win the hole. This one's breaking left to right. It's also downhill. Oh, come on, get in there. Okay, he needs this to save his par. Okay, you've got this to win the hole. All right, you're going to win the hole now that your opponent has conceded the putts. That was a good hole, making up some ground on your friend here. I like that. And he's ready to tee off. Let's see what he has. And from here, it's looking like about 230 yards. Can't place my finger on it. Something was off on that swing, though. All right. Narrowly avoided the bunker, and now staring down a putt. That's what we like. If you can drop this, that'll be your eagle. This putt's going left to right pretty hard. Oh! And if he sinks this, he will go 2 up. All right, he swung this one out to the left. And that's not a bad effort. And he's got around 4 feet to go here. Here we go, birdie putt coming up. And that hole will be halved. Okay, let's do this. Hole number 14, ready to go. Okay, you're on the green. You're just super far away from the cup. That's my only complaint. And he's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does. And here's a look at their hybrid. Okay, he has his work cut out for him here. Very extreme distance here for this putt. Let's see what he does. All right, you'll take this hole if you sink this putt. This is a bit of an S turn here. It goes right, then it goes left. See if you can find a way to the cup. That was zooming by the hole. This is what our third shot's looking like. Nine feet to the cup. All right, your opponent's letting you have that putt. Let's head to the next. And if he sinks this next putt, he's going to go 2 up on you. Look out. Oh. All right, he needs this to go if he wants to have the hole. Okay, that hole's going to be halved. Let's see what happens here on the 15th. Didn't sound like your purest of strokes. And let's see how he does on this hole. This one's heading to the fairway, I think. And this one is around 80 yards from the pin. Going a bit left of the pin. From here, who knows what could happen, but I'm eager to find out. This putt is going uphill and breaking to the right. And your opponent's giving you that putt. We can head to the next. All square after that hole. Okay, the lengthy par 4. Well, I hope this one holds on to the fairway. That's not going to be good. He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him. Okay, from the rough. I think you might be coming up a bit short from the rough here. And this one's anyone's guess. He's in the sand. Let's see what happens. And I don't think there's enough on this one from the sand. Okay, he's in the bunker. Ways to go before he hits that green, I think. Oof, right by with the chip. He's got a long putt here. I don't know what's going to happen. Looks like he's put a good stroke on it. Oh my, and he makes it. And wouldn't it be nice to save par on this one? Okay, that hole's going to be halved. And this is a par 5 hole, pretty lengthy one as well. Ooh, great bounce. This is going to run out. All right, let's see how he does here on this hole. Ooh, this could chase out, hitting that downslope. And here's our second shot on the 17th. Oh, come on, that almost went. This one's a 21-footer. I think it's breaking to the left. And look at this. Bit of a gift from your opponent on this hole. Not even making you putt that one out. That's great. Oh. Okay, he's got 2 feet to go here. And that will do. And that hole will be halved. Let's see how you do here on the 18th. Nicely done. All right, let's see what he does on this one. This one's about 175 to the pin. Well, that's too bad. Pretty sure you weren't planning on that. It's okay. This approach is heading left. Okay, this is his third. Okay, here's a 4-foot putt for us. All right, we are going to head to a playoff hole if he can. And as their putt goes down, it would appear that we are heading to a playoff. Okay, let's see who comes out on top. We have one final playoff hole in this match play affair. If you still are tied at the end of this one, we'll give the win to whoever is closest to the hole. Come on, hold on to that fairway for us. And unfortunately, you couldn't hold the fairway. No big deal. We're in the first cut. Five iron on display for this one. Okay, now that the tee shots are done and we know we aren't closest to the pin, we got to hunker down and just win this by score. Nothing you can do now, just pop in the bogey and we'll move on. All right, a generous opponent I see we have today. And with that, he's gonna take the win in the playoff. Unfortunate. All right, that's gonna do it for me. It was great following you through this bit of golf today. Great work in the playoff. Just couldn't squeak out the win in the end, but that's okay. Hi there, my name is John McCarthy, and I am pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Spoiler alert, golf is about to happen right now. And today we're just taking a nibble at this course, playing the back nine. Have a good round today. Would you look at the distance on this? Okay, he appears to be ready to roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes. Looks like he's in the bunker here. Let's see how this goes down. All right, hitting from the sand, and I don't think this has enough. All right, you might want to club up a little bit. We have an elevated green. Okay, we are back in the fairway. This shot's about 80 yards out. And with this approach, you got to be careful with that downslope around the pin. This one could get away from you. You'll be all right there. And what will go down here? He's in the sand. Let's see what happens here. He's in the bunker. And this putt drops. You can go one up. And I think this one's breaking to the left. Ouch, right by the hole. And this will be a par for him if he sinks it. Yeah, I think this putt's going to break to the right. All right, drop this and you'll go one up on your opponent. All right, as your opponent lets you have that putt, you get to win the hole. That's pretty good stuff. Moving along. All right, you are one up after the first hole. Let's see what happens here. We got a long par 4 for this one. Fairway has a downslope in the landing area, so keep that in mind. Ooh, off the downslope. Watch this one run. He's ready to let her rip here. Let's see what he does. Tee shot's looking decent. And this shot's around 145 yards from the pin. Nice work. That was some good golf. Ooh, couldn't hang on. That one just sneaks into that first cut. And if you can sink this, you'll go 2 up for the match. And this one's breaking just a little bit to the left. So good. And after that one, you're 2 up. And we're on the 12th hole of this one now. And he's ready to let her rip. Let's see how this hole goes. And let's see how he does from the greenside rough. All right, second shot on the 12th. And this is his putt to save par. Let's see what happens. It looks like this one's breaking right to left. And this putt to go 3 up. I think this starts off pretty straight and then takes a bit of a left turn. A bit too much power into that putt. And this putt from 4 feet. And if he drops this, he'll have the hole. And the putt goes down. And that hole's halved. Okay, a longer par 4 on this hole. Alrighty, he's good to go on this one. Let's see how he does. This tee shot should play. And this one's around 175 yards out. A little awkward on that swing. Well, better luck next time. And here we go with his second shot. And from the green side bunker. Just in the green side rough here. Oh, almost hold it. Okay, we're in the green side rough. Let's get out of here. Okay, he needs this to win the hole. I think this one's going left to right. All right, we're moving to the next hole. Now that you've conceded the putt, your opponent will win this hole. But we got another chance on the next one. And here we go with the par 4 14th hole. This is going to chase out a bit further down the fairway. Watch it go. All right, bombs away. Let's hit that fairway. He's got around 155 yards to go here. And here's shot number 2 on hole number 14. Oh, this is looking good. There you go. That's what you want. Okay, he has a very long putt in his future. Let's see what happens. This one's breaking left to right. Okay, if you sink this, you'll go 2 up on your friend. And that's gonna drop. That'll win the hole for you. And after that hole, you are 2 up on your friend. Okay, 15th hole is next. This one's a par 5. My condolences to your shot. Well, something went wrong there. All right, let's see how he does. Here's our second shot on the 15th hole. And he's got about a deuce and a half, I'd say, to get to that pin. All right, first cut. Let's do this. And if you sink this, there's no way you can lose. You're going to take things dormy. This one's breaking pretty hard to the left here. Okay, now that your opponent has conceded the putt, we head to the next hole. And you're 3 up on your friend after that hole. Here we go on hole number 16. What happened there? All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here. All right, this is his second. Look at this here. That is lovely. And here's our second shot on the 16th. This next putt is for your birdie. You got an uphill putt here, moving to the right. Oh, this one's looking okay. Yes! Drops it on in there. What a putt. Okay, you have won the match. Congratulations. Walking away here. 3 up on your opponent. Fine work. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you ever so much for the round. I had a great time hanging out with you.